I've been watching the Guitarfetish.com website for some time, in particular these SBS or Steve Brown sound guitars. Then I saw that they had Guitarmageddon, offering insane deals, so I went for it. This one, under $200. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and you know, I love to find a good budget guitar, even if it's just for the bones so that I can do some mods and fix it up and things like that. SBS or Steve Brown sound, which I believe he was the guitarist for Trixter. They seem to make some nice guitars. They have good appointments to them, and so I went for it. This one is the most affordable. Yeah, they call this the Custom Series. And it does have some nice appointments. Like, one of the best things is this neck. Yeah, you can actually see it. Flamed maple, and it's, you know, roasted flame maple, and even the fretboard is roasted flame maple. It's easier to see it on the side there, but beautiful flame on this thing. You know, I see these necks, just a roasted flame maple neck, go for 150 bucks, and I think 159 is what this came out to after the discount codes. And in total, I paid 187 with shipping and taxes and everything else. Well, I'll tell you all about the rest of the details on this, including this not really a Floyd Rose that's on here. I wasn't super happy with that. And I'll tell you what things I'd probably have to do to this to make it, you know, one of my top players. But first, we're gonna do a demo. I'm showing this to you exactly how I got it out of the box, except for one small tweak, which I'll talk about in just a second. Let's do it. Again, the only thing that I've done for setup on here, I haven't changed strings or anything, is I just tightened down the retainer bar just a little bit, because you really want those strings to be right down in the little V's on the backside of a locking nut on a Floyd Rose. So now this guitar is clearly aimed at the shredder type of guitarist. I won't be using the tremolo today because, aside from the fact that I hate these generic tremolos, they're just not very good soft metals. They don't stay in tune very well. And in this case, well, as soon as I went to use this the first time, I put the tremolo bar on there, but as you can see, the coupling loosened up right away, and until I take this thing apart, can't even fix that. I'll just tell you, the only time that I have used it, wouldn't stay in tune. It's just not a great tremolo. That's not necessarily their fault. A lot of these budget guitars come with these tremolos on there. It's to be expected. I just, for some reason, I guess I must have been looking at their, whatever the next step up is, and thought that it had a Floyd Rose on there. I got it and I was like, oh wait, I had to go back and look at the website. Not great, but hey, listen, if I find that this guitar is something that I'm playing a lot, I might just replace that. In the meantime, might want to put a trem stop in there. So yeah, we have a 3-position switch. When it's down there, it is this pickup. When it's in the middle, it's both of them. When it's up there, it's just the neck pickup. Start off with the bridge pickup. There is a push-pull on here, and you know what? That works in all 3 different positions, so that's good. Single volume, single tone. All right, same position, let's pull that out. Of course, that is a coil split, so you just split that coil into a single coil. And again, it works in all 3 different positions. Take it up to this one now. Pull that out. And all the way out. We'll pull that out. I just prefer that pickup position on almost any guitar, but it is nice to have the versatility. Maybe you want to go from rhythm to lead or whatever. So all the way in the bridge position and full humbucker. let's just take this to a clean signal now, and you know, it's not the greatest sounding clean guitar, but you know. So I mean, really, there's a lot to this guitar for under 200 bucks. This neck is fantastic. I would probably need to do a neck shim on here, and definitely if I want to use this as a Floyd Rose tremolo style guitar, probably want to put a Floyd Rose on there, you know, want to upgrade it, or maybe a Goto or something like that, you know. Overall, not too shabby. So the reason why I mentioned a neck shim is because the action on this thing is not great, but then again, I don't know what kind of strings are on here, and with the string change, that might help. I can tell you that they did do some setup on it. You can see that they have intonation set on here, and the intonation is actually pretty close. The only thing is, if you look at this post right here, let me give you a picture of it close up. I can tell that they adjusted that under tension, and the bridge is actually not exactly level from the top to bottom. So what that tells me is they probably had some fret buzz when they were doing the setup on it and thought, well, we'll just crank that up a little bit. But you can't do that under tension, because that damage that you see to that post right there, that undermines it. So I don't know. But again, these tremolos, not so great. You could put a trem stop back there if you wanted to stabilize it a little bit. But you know what? If you're not using it, it's fine, and it stays in tune because, well, you've got a locking nut up here and you got your fine tuners down here. That right there was a bit of a disappointment, but you know, again, it's the tremolo that's on here. And for $159, what do they normally list for? Well, they sell for $259 normally. So, I mean, even then, not too bad. The only thing is, on their website, they make a couple of claims. Like this: nothing compares to this guitar for under $500. Nothing. Well, I might argue with that a little bit. From the hand-rounded fret ends to the heel truss rod adjust, Floyd Rose-style locking trem, custom overwound pickups, exclusive quick plug system for instant pickup swaps. That's good, and the pickups do sound really good. You can actually buy the pickups on their website as well. Poplar bodies, Canadian source maple, these things are loaded. I mean, yeah, they really are. There's even some little touches like you're not going to see on a lot of the budget guitars. They got the little felt thing underneath the strap button, so that's nice. I like the heel, it's cut nicely. The guitar is shaped nicely. It's a little bit more like a dinky than it is like a Strat. And I didn't own any gray guitars, so I thought this Battleship Gray looked pretty cool. The neck, though, is really the star on this thing. It's actually a beautiful neck. And while they're not rounded ball-end frets, the fretwork on here is really very nice. There's no fret sprout or anything like that. Setup-wise, I feel like they actually did put some time into the pickup height and all that kind of stuff. I like that. The knobs on here are nice. So yes, like I said, some very nice appointments, and for under 200 bucks, very good bones. And I tell you what, that truss rod adjustment right there, I love that, and I wish all guitars did it, to be honest with you. I think it's very cool. I guess what disappointed me most was the tremolo that's on here, because the pictures, I was like, oh, that actually says Floyd Rose on it. Even if it's the cheapest Floyd Rose, it's better than these no-name ones that have absolutely no name stamped on them or anything like that. But I was disappointed in the action. The playability of it isn't fantastic. Then again, it just needs a little bit of setup. Now, if you already know how to do setups, great, no problem. But if you have to pay for one, it's between 100 and 150 bucks, depending on who you're talking to. I'm not saying that it's not playable, but you know, it could be a lot more playable. I like to dial my stuff in pretty good. She comes in at just over 7 pounds, so also not a very heavy guitar. Some more specs. It's a poplar body. The neck is roasted solid flamed maple with rounded edges or roll-off. 22 medium jumbo nickel silver frets. The bridge pickup is the SBS Arena Crunch 14.5K ceramic humbucker, quick plug compatible. The neck pickup is the SBS Arena Crunch 12.4K. The rest of the details are the same. Coil tap for bridge and neck, treble bleed circuit. Scale length is 25.5 inches. And they do say that these are hand assembled, so you know, I don't see a made in China sticker on here. So maybe the parts are made in China. They ship all the parts over here and they assemble them here in the US. I really don't know, but now, like I said, I've been watching their website for a long time because they've got a lot of stuff on there that is pretty interesting. Pickups and the quick plug and the guitars, and they're not just Steve Brown stuff, so you can see what else they've got on there. I'll put a link down in the description. And if you follow them on social media, you'll get all the coupon codes. I think right now Guitarmageddon is done, but they've got some kind of a summer sale going on, so check it out for yourself. So there we go, an SBS Custom. Now I know what Guitarfetish and Steve Brown sound is all about. Well, maybe not all about. They do have a lot of other stuff, but I know what these guitars are all about. You know, I might have had a couple of disappointments with it, but I mean, for under 200 bucks, I think I'm nitpicking just a little bit. And if I were to make that into a full-fledged, like I'm gonna use this, you know, being Battleship gray like this, might want to put something on here, some graphics, like some, I don't know, some like the things you see on a plane for how many planes they've taken out or something like that. That would be kind of cool. And being as inexpensive as it is, I'm not worried about it. I can modify it a little bit. I don't know, this neck might end up on another one of my guitars. It's a nice neck. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important to my channel. So if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a red subscribe button down there and notification bell. Click both of those. You'll get notifications when I upload new videos. Man, I just really, really do appreciate your support. That's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.